This is a driver orientation video for all drivers loading and unloading at Alberta Plywood. To get to the mill from Slave Lake or Highway 88, head east on Highway 2. Travel 4.8 kilometers and turn right at the West Mitsu log truck sign, which will loop around to cross back over the highway. Come to a complete stop before crossing the highway. If you're coming from the other direction, turn right at the Mitsu Industrial Park West Mitsu Road sign, which is about 5 kilometers east of Slave Lake. Proceed northeast for 8 kilometers until you reach the mill. Do not enter the mill using the front entrance, but proceed east 500 meters to the intersection and turn left. Proceed north another 500 meters and turn left into the yard. Make sure your two-way radio is on and tune to 165.300 MHz. If there is a lineup of trucks waiting to enter the mill, drive to the right of the scale house and around the first deck as seen on the map. This helps avoid a lineup of trucks on the main road. The speed limit in the yard is 15 kilometers per hour. However, if there is high traffic or you are in a congested area, your maximum speed limit is 5 kilometers per hour. Due to safety hazards with moving equipment and trucks, the only times we allow you out of your truck in the yard is at the scale house, at the cleanoff station, at the trailer hoist, and at the dewrapping station. All drivers are required to have all 4 pieces of personal protective equipment. This includes steel-toe footwear, hard hat, high visibility vest, and safety glasses. Appropriate clothing and footwear must be worn at all times. No shorts are allowed. Weigh-in procedure. How to weigh in and weigh out using WeighWiz at the scale platform. First, understand the signal lights. Flashing red means something is wrong. Flashing green means all is good. Proceed slowly to the scale and stay in first gear and under 5 kilometers per hour. Watch for the signal lights. If the light is solid red, proceed forward until the front of your truck trips the photo eyes. This will cause the scale to zero out and the light will turn green, which means you're good to proceed, and center your truck on the scale. If you see a flashing red light, you have to leave the scale and come back in and try again. As soon as the scale platform is stable and no photo eyes are blocked, the traffic light will change from solid red to flashing green. This means you can leave your truck and enter the scale shack. Remember to always leave your truck using 3-point contact and watch your step. These next steps will describe the procedures for manual and scanned barcode tickets when weighing in. If you have difficulty understanding how to use the computer or the procedures, there's a phone inside the scale house with numbers that you can call for assistance. If the phone rings, please answer it as someone from the office is trying to contact you. When using barcoded tickets, scan the barcode on your ticket by holding it under the scanner light until you hear it beep. If your GVW weight looks correct, click Weigh In. Find your driver name and number on the driver list by typing it in, or use the page up and down buttons. Click your name, then click the next button to continue. If the load information looks correct, click Yes. Click OK on the final screen and proceed back to your truck and leave the scale. When using manual tickets, type in the truck license plate number and click Enter. Truck weight will appear. Click Weigh In. Type in the correct source and click Next. Note, when a list of items is available when you're typing or entering information, be careful to make sure the correct item is highlighted in blue. Type in your driver ID and click Next. Select Correct Log Form and click Next. Select Correct Species and click Next. Select the correct log condition and click Next. Type your TM9 number and be sure you type with zeros instead of the letter O and click Next. Review the information on the screen and click Yes if all is correct. If it is incorrect, click No and you will be prompted to re-enter your information. Finally, click OK and proceed back to your truck and leave the scale. Your weights will print out when you tear out after being unloaded. If you've been selected for a sample load, you will see this screen and hear the warning sound. Click Continue and 3 red tickets will be printed. Take the tickets to your load, use the stapler that is located to the front of the scale, and staple the tickets to any log butts on your load while on the scale. When completed, please return the stapler. Remember, it's your responsibility to make sure this procedure is completed. Before you are unloaded, you will notify the loader operator that you have a sample load, so this load can be set aside. Failure to follow sample load procedures will result in a fine. A second offense will result in dismissal. When offloading, drive from the scale house to the de-wrapping station. Do not remove wrappers, lights, or streamers anywhere else in the yard except at the de-wrapping station. Approach the de-wrapping station smoothly, slowly, and under complete control. Do a visual check of the area and make sure that the protection arms are in the open position before entering the de-wrapping station. Take your time when entering or exiting your truck and use the 3-point contact procedure. Check your footing and surrounding areas for slippery conditions, such as ice or mud. Use the controller and close the protection arms. Make sure the protection arms contact the load. In some cases, a wrapper may get caught up in the load. If that happens, use a pipe pull to free the wrapper. When you have removed all wrappers, use the controller to open the protection arms. Do a visual check of the area for debris and make sure that all protection arms have been returned to the open position. If any of the protection arms become jammed, do not back up. Backing up with the protection arms stuck will cause damage and unsafe conditions. Offloading procedures. After the de-wrapping station, contact the loader operator on the radio and advise them of what you're hauling and whether or not it's a sample load. Depending on the contents of your load, you will then be directed to the appropriate unloading location, which will either be at a deck or on the hill. Remember to make sure you ask for directions if you're uncertain of where to go. Drivers must remain in their truck while being offloaded. However, if for any reason you need to leave your truck, like releasing a D-ring, then you need to radio the butt and top operator so he can stop production to allow you to leave your truck. Wait for his call before you leave your truck. When you are back in your truck, radio the operator again and confirm you've re-entered your truck. After being offloaded, proceed back around to the clean-off area before weighing out. Remember the yard location of where you were unloaded, as you will need this for the weigh-out procedure. Drive to the right side of the barriers at the clean-off station. You are not permitted to get on top of your trailer to clean off. Weigh-out procedures. Drive onto the scale slowly to weigh out. Remember the 5-kilometer speed limit. Exit your cab with 3-point contact and enter the scale house. Follow a similar procedure as weighing in to weighing out. For barcode tickets, hold the barcode under the scanner light until you hear it beep. Your empty weight will appear. Select the yard location where you were unloaded and click Next. If the info on the next screen looks correct, click Yes, and the ticket will print. The first printed copy is yours. Now stick your scan ticket to the second printed copy where it says Place Ticket Here and place it in the slot behind the keyboard. You may take the other printout copies with you. For entering manual tickets, enter your truck license plate and click Enter. Your empty weight will appear. Click Continue. Select the yard location of where you were unloaded and click Next. Ensure all the information on the screen matches all the information on your TM9 before you click Yes. If you notice that something is incorrect, click No to go back and correct it before clicking Yes. Click OK, and the printer will automatically print your load information. The first printout is your copy, and the second printout that says Place Ticket Here is our copy, which must be stapled to the white TM9 and dropped into the slot behind the keyboard. You may take the remaining pink and blue TM9 copies with you. Make sure that your ticket is completely filled in and that you have signed your ticket. This should be done before leaving the bush with a load. These are controlled government documents, and failure to properly complete the form can result in a fine. This section describes the procedure for using the trailer hoist. The hoist can be used by pull trailers or by Jeeps wanting to lift their Jeeps off the ground. The rated capacity for the trailer hoist is 10 tons. When operating the trailer hoist, if you notice any unusual sounds from the winch or cable block, stop operating the hoist and report this to yard personnel immediately. As you approach, make sure the hook is at the top of the station. Proceed slowly through the station. Stop where indicated. Exit your truck and always wear your PPE. Begin by unhooking the pintle hitch and ensuring that all lines are free and clear. Lower the hook by pressing the down button on the pendant control located on the swing-out arm. Attach the hook to the lifting strap and raise the hook just enough to remove any slack. Don't forget, the pendant control will not allow you to actually lift the trailer. Move out of the lifting zone and use the main controls to raise the trailer above the truck and Jeep. Stay out of the lifting zone while the trailer is elevated. Once the trailer is raised, back the tractor and Jeep into position. Return to the main controls and use the down button to lower the trailer into the cradle. If necessary, you can use a pipe pole to straighten any tangled lines or to guide the trailer. Once your trailer is in position, release the hook and move it up to the top of the station for the next truck. All Jeeps must have secondary locking devices to ensure the locking system stays in place. This is in accordance with DOT regulations. Never use this station for anything other than lifting your Jeep or trailer. This hoist must be operating properly to ensure the safety of all who use this trailer hoist. As a final refresher, here's a quick overview of the yard and your driving route at Alberta Plywood. When entering the yard, drive past the front entrance to the mill and continue traveling east to the intersection. Stop at the stop sign, then turn left and proceed north for 500 meters. Turn left into the yard and proceed onto the scale. After the scale, continue to the D-wrap station. After D-wrapping, proceed past the burner where you will offload. Offload locations include the hill on the left and the decks. After offloading, proceed back around the burner to the clean-off area to the right of the barriers. Then, finally, if needed, proceed to the trailer hoist on your right, just past the scale. Some important final points. If this is your first time in the log yard, you must go for a ride-along with an experienced driver prior to delivering your first load. Before leaving the mill yard, you must report any damage that you feel was caused by our yard equipment and whether or not you will be out of service. If you will be out of service for any reason, please advise the loader and give an expected time of return. Make sure you're aware of the loader location, as well as potential changing road conditions and weather warnings. Be especially attentive to school buses along your route, and watch out for children playing or walking along the road. And finally, make sure you read and understand the current Log Haul Policies Manual. This completes the video. If you are unsure of anything in this video or the proper yard procedures, contact the yard foreman or loader operator at Alberta Plywood. Thank you.